Alrighty, and hello, boys, girls, and Dota players. This is Tom here, bringing you another high MMR pub Dota game. I'm just coming in at the end of the draft here, so as you can see the heroes are being picked. It's pretty stock standard for the current patch. The only unusual pick, I would say, is Brad Warden, Centaur War Runner so far. Otherwise, the drafts are pretty normal. You look like you're probably going to have an Invoker mid, Invoker OD mid. Enchantress could be offlane or jungle. You'll have a Darkseer offlane for almost certainly. Otherwise, it's pretty standard. Omni Juggernaut safe lane and a Disruptor, possibly a tri-lane. Who knows? We'll see where they go. So just as the game's starting, we'll get some stats up. Invoker's done a Sunstrike just to get a rough idea of where people are going, or just for the sake of it really. It also lets the Radiant side know that he's starting off with Exhort, so he won't have Cold Snap at the rune, but he will have the pure damage Sunstrike if required.
The Omniscience has decreed that this one is in the bag.
Just trying to see where all the lanes go, see if anyone's running out to lane to get some early vision. Sort of shared, so mid's got their regen shared, or probably on both sides. Yeah, both sides have started almost in exactly the same build in mid. It's not very different at all. In fact, they're just in different item slots. So it looks like we'll have a possibly uncontested runes both ways. With OD getting the bot rune and I assume Invoker getting the top. However, Centaur War Runner and Enchantress might have something to say about that. Although he can't do much from up there on that cliff. And we have got an early lane ward here put down by the Dire. So that'll give him a bit of vision, give him a bit of understanding of what's going on in the safe lane. And it is just securing each rune for each other.
I was meant to have this.
Darkseer is probably going to try and block the lane a little bit and get his Iron Shell out real early so he can get 2 on the lane and get himself some last hits. It's a pretty standard move, pretty smart as well. Get that Soul Ring real early, you should be able to get most of the last hits on the first wave before the Radiant safe lane get any creep pulls off. And there's another pretty deep ward there by the Dire, just to let him know what's going on. We'll be able to see if creep pulls happen, be able to know if he's going to get ganked from the side. And these Iron Shells will give PA a bit of a headache to start with. He's Iron Shelled himself instead of the creep wave, just so he can harass Vengeful Spirit back. Have a look what's going on top lane. It is the tri-lane as I predicted. Just going to keep Juggernaut safe with Centaur's actually lost one of his wards there. He's going to lose 2. Nope, my mistake, just the one. Pretty boring laning phase. Nothing. It's not really a kill lane anywhere. No action. So we'll just see what's going on. See how they're going in mid. Your last hits are pretty. Invoker's actually got none. 1 deny, no last hits. OD's got 4 denies, 5 last hits. That's quite good. That's very good. You see Enchantress harassing Invoker with a tornado from the Wild Wing Ripper. It's pretty normal to see these days. Enchantress is very good at harassing whichever lane she chooses. She has gone for the Purge creep though, as her second creep. She's too busy watching the tornado in mid at the moment. She's not actually doing anything in her jungle. She's too busy watching. She has. She's grabbed the Satyr Tormentor. Get some purple balls out for harassing if required. Avengers are going to either secure the rune for themselves. They are. They're never going to leave it for OD. OD hasn't got his bottle out yet, so it didn't really matter. Because the support's a much needed income. We'll have a look. Invoker's got a couple of last hits now. Safe lanes are almost identical. However, PA's got a few more denies than Juggernaut. And unfortunately, it's going to be a lot harder for Centaur to get XP than it is for Darkseer, because Darkseer can just get kills, get last hits with his Iron Shell, whereas Centaur can't really do anything. Had a rotation to mid there. Missed what was going on Invoker. It looks like they did use the purple ball.
Radiant's bottom
Shockwaves,
tower
which
is
is actually
under
cool.
attack.
A read. Nope, there's no rune top. Oh, to be a regen, it's just in fog. My mistake. So, whichever one of these mid can get that topper in, it will be very handy. Enchantress has come back into mid. She's used the Hadouken on Invoker, but it didn't do enough damage. She won't have another one up before the creep times out, unfortunately. Otherwise, she might have been able to kill him. Invoker has used all his consumables, both shared tangos and the Fairy Fire. Looks like a bit of action going on down bot. The Vengeful Spirit does still have the magic missile up, so if they want to, I think they could probably kill Darkseer here. If PA does have Phantom Strike. Interesting that they didn't initiate onto Darkseer. I think they could have killed him with the 2 levels in magic missile, so it's a 1.5 second stun, 170 damage nuke, and PA could dagger and blink. Didn't actually see who ended up grabbing that regen rune, but I reckon it might have been Enchantress. It was Omni Knight, the support, had got it on his way back to top. So none of the mids got it. It looks like they've just kept themselves up with going back to base or using the regen they were given. Vengeful Spirit secures herself another bounty rune, denying Invoker any sort of rune. Invoker does not have a bottle, so wouldn't be able to fill any charges anyway. OD has got his bottle out with a double damage. No levels of Imprison though. Astral Imprisonment could be really handy for setting up a gank from Enchantress if she picks up the right creeps. Imprison them into like a Centaur stun or a net would be really handy. I do like how she's chosen to jungle the Dire jungle rather than their own. It means she can give this mid lane a real headache. So here we go. If Invoker had leveled any level of imprisonment, this I think they're still going to get the first blood here without a doubt. Oh no, my mistake. They did not. But if Invoker had any levels of the Astral Imprisonment, I think they would have been able to get a lot closer with all of the Enchantress creeps. So skipping that, it would just be a value point. But I think it would have secured them first blood and would have been worth it. Just a reasonably good ward there from Disruptor, just to let Invoker know what's going on, where the ganks are going to be coming from. Still a bit of harassment going on from both Darkseer and Vengeful Spirit bot. Vengeful Spirit still has the magic missile up and the mana for it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. PA and Vengeful Spirit though are low on health due to the Iron Shell spam. But Darkseer does only have 5 last hits from it, so he's not going as well as I thought he would. Still hasn't got a Soul Ring yet either. So the looks like the Iron Shell spam hasn't worked out at all. PA and Juggernaut are neck and neck at the moment. They have almost the exact same denies. Oh, and that would explain why Darkseer hasn't been getting the last hits with his Iron Shell. PA has 20 denies at the 6-minute mark. Juggernaut with 21. So let's see who's actually winning on the levels here. So you've got a level 4 Darkseer, only just hit level 4. And Centaur is level 4, just like maybe 1 to 2 creeps ahead of Darkseer. Juggernaut's got his phase boots and the poor man's shield.
First blood.
Oh, and I've missed the first blood. That's quality play by me. They get 2 kills there.
My path is
So Invoker was actually killed mid by... Oh, it looks like it just soloed him. And then we managed to catch the kill bot on Darkseer, the 4-man gank. So that puts... Centaur's waiting for this port in from Darkseer. He knows it's coming. Darkseer is gonna... Are they gonna go around? Are they gonna get him again? Are they gonna shut him down? And they're going for it. He does have sprint. Will they catch him though? They're going pretty deep here. Hopefully they can get a rotation from anyone else on their team. They may be able to turn it. No, it's just a dead Darkseer. There is a Disruptor porting in, but it's far too late. Level 2 Disruptor wouldn't have been able to do much anyway. It may have been able to deter them. It may have just got them a double kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invoker is so far behind OD. Invoker's like half the last hits. Invoker has 18. Sorry, OD has 18 denies. Invoker only has 15 last hits. It's very, very poor Invoker at this stage in the game. Also gave away first blood. So OD looks to be going for the drum build, which is pretty standard we see these days. He's got the braces first, and this should be a dead Invoker. There it is. There was a good setup with the Astral Imprisonment.
Shock Fury!
So they're putting some pressure on the top tier 1 here. They should be able to get that pretty simply. Or they get out the fortify, which means the next time they choose to push a tower, they should get it, no worries. Are they going to get it now? They're going to have to stay. They've committed the healing ward. And they don't get the last hit, but at least it doesn't get denied. Juggernaut can mango to Omni Slash here. He can use his mango and Omni Slash if he'd like. He has. Unfortunately, it was level 1 and didn't do a lot. Probably both going to fall here. They will. And that's a dead Omni Knight. So it's looking pretty good for the Radiant so far, but it is early in the game and anything can happen. Invoker has used this time to get himself a few last hits, get himself back in the game. Well, as much as he can. He hasn't had a lot of help from his team, although actually I correct myself there. Omni Knight was mid for quite a while to try and keep him alive. It didn't seem to help though. Invoker still did get killed. What's going on down bot? Not a lot. Darkseer nearly died somewhere. He's not having a real good time either. He has got a level 3 in his Iron Shell now. He's got his Soul Ring. And whether he's going to go Mana Boots, Mech, Blink Dagger, we'll see. OD's really good against the Forge Spirits because his Arcane Orb does extra damage to summoned units and illusions. So it's a really good way to farming against the Forge Spirits or an Enigma who doesn't really control his Eidolons very well. You can essentially last hit them if you've got enough intellect, and it's a pretty good source of income. And when you're playing against an opponent who doesn't seem to realise that and they just keep feeding you them, it can be very good, very handy. Looks like we've got 3 heroes from both sides in mid here. Invoker's started on OD, but OD's imprisoned himself. Avoided the Sunstrike. May fall here though. He does get his ult off. He's wrecked. Omni Knight's dead. OD's finally died. And Invoker got the kill there, so he's got some much needed shutdown gold. Almost 600 gold. Quite a lot of XP to both him and Darkseer. And it was probably a worthy sacrifice for an Omni Knight for an OD. It was a very good, very worth trade. Have a look at the gold change there. It's almost a 800 gold difference to the dire side. Quite a hefty amount of XP. They didn't really expend that much. OD expended a very long cooldown ult, so for the next 2 minutes they don't have to worry about the OD ult. So you've got the Quas Exhort Invoker, hasn't got any levels in Wex, so he's got the Cold Snap, the Sunstrikes, the Forge Spirits. She's not far away from having 2 Forge Spirits, but as I said before, OD can deal with them very quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Juggernaut is not afraid at the moment. He can just, if anyone does come to gank, he should be able to spin and teleport out. He does have the mana. He's got his Aquila and he's on his way to his Battle Fury now. Still a pile of people in mid. No one's very afraid though, because they've got their supports on either side ready to help. Vengeful Spirit isn't quite sick, so it doesn't have the offensive or defensive swap. But it shouldn't be far away. Vengeful Spirit might pick themselves up an Invis Rune here and can go pretty offensive. Or OD's on his way to get it as well. OD can do it. OD can venture into the enemy jungle now, possibly get a kill. If he could find Darkseer, this could be huge. No, he's just going back to the mid lane. He could kill Invoker anyway. Couple of hits in prison and a couple more. Ah, he's getting the last hits on there. He gets some more Forge Spirit kills. Haha. Just free gold. Ah, it's another level of Forge Spirit though, so he wasn't able to one-shot them. And the Centaur ult there, so it was able to help him get the kill. And he's going to get out. That Invis Rune doing work there. It was a good play by Vengeful Spirit to allow OD to come pick it up. However, I think it would have been the same result if Vengeful Spirit picked it up. Looks to be they're finally going to exchange their tier 1 down bot to... Nope. That's wrong. That's the second tier 1 they'll be getting, not the other way around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this time Juggernaut does manage to get the last hit, so he gets a little bit more income. And again, he's just pretty ballsy here. He's got an Omni Knight with him. He can also spin and port out. He's not concerned. There's not a lot that can stop him getting away. Or he could turn and fight with his Omni Slash. And he's 1,400 gold away from his Battle Fury. He's nearly there. And he's seen some farm in mid, like that. So Darkseer is going for the mech next. Once they get that mech, they should be able to fight into the enemy team, or at least be able to stop the ganks, port in, keep the team alive. What else have we got here? So Juggernaut has slightly gotten away from PA in terms of last hits. That is because PA was involved in a few kills mid though, whereas Juggernaut has just been farming. We can have a look. So PA's got 1 kill and an assist. Juggernaut is actually he's got a few kills himself. One kill, no assists. Has died though. PA has not. So have a look at the net worth as we stand. Juggernaut's ahead, only a little bit in front of OD, but OD and PA are miles ahead of Invoker at the moment. So it's that's probably their weak. Well, it is their weak point at the moment. This Invoker, he got shot down pretty hard in mid. OD just plain outplayed him with his last hitting. Invoker wasn't able to do anything. He fell 10 to 12 last hits and quite a few denies behind by like the 5, I think it was the 6-minute mark when we were checking it before. A few pings going on mid. They've got 4 heroes in the mid tower of the Radiant. They've got a D ward there. That must have been a misclick. They have two sentry wards next to each other. I'm unsure why they did that.
A gift from the goddess.
So while the Radiant had 4 heroes mid, the Dire have 3 heroes top. I think they're essentially playing the protect Juggernaut game at the moment, and he's getting quite close to his Battle Fury, which is going to excel his farm even further. He can move into the jungle or just keep farming the lanes safely like he has been. The Radiant seem to be completely ignoring him at this stage. There's a lot of vision in the bot half of the map.
Radiant's middle
That sentry
tower
ward
is under
just
attack.
misses out on the Observer, so they're able to see what's going on. They have chosen to go for a Roche here with the Enchantress is level 2 levels of untouchable. So with the decrease in armor from the Vengeful Spirit, it should fall down pretty quickly. I think OD has a double damage as well, so that's helping. They're going to kill this very quickly. It's going to be quite unexpected because they did smoke in. They smoked straight past the ward with their own up. That's going to give them a pretty big advantage.
Radiant's
Invoker's got
middle
his
tower is under
Midas,
attack.
and he looks like he too is building towards the drums. He's got a level of works now, which means he can get out some Ghost Walks, some Tornadoes. So he can obviously cast any spell now, but I think the Ghost Walk's a big one. It means he might be able to get out of a few ganks, because I don't reckon anyone from the of his opponents will be carrying Dust at this point in time. No, they're not. So he should be good, assuming he can invoke that Ghost Walk quickly. Juggernaut's done exactly what he should have. As soon as he's been pressured at all, he poured it out. Invoker's taken this opportunity as he's seen most of the heroes top. He does have Cold Snap leveled, he should be alright. Yes, Forward Spirits will deter PA. PA did get a crit on Invoker, those are half healthed him, so that was unfortunate. And Invoker has no way to keep himself up. Bit of action going down bot. Enchantress is using her creeps to CC Darkseer.
Dire's middle
Oh,
tower
unfortunately
is
Enchantress
under attack.
may get glimpsed back here, or may turn entirely. Oh, good defensive swap by Vengeful Spirit, keeping their jungler alive. Unfortunately she gets glimpsed straight back in. Using the Centaur ult,
Dire's
they
middle
should be
tower
alright
is
here.
under attack.
They have an OD coming in, they've got to get out. OD can just destroy this team here. Couple of auto attacks, then ult, and will kill all of them. Looks like they're all going to get out safely though, because he will probably banish Omni Knight, and they may catch Omni Knight. But you know what, getting both Darkseer, that's better than getting everyone who was there, so they're okay with that trade. Unfortunately, they did miss out on killing Enchantress. They were very close, but she had the Nature's Attendants up when she got glimpsed back, healed to full, had her ult up, and was just starting to do some damage. It was a very good swap by Vengeful Spirit. It kept Enchantress alive, and it gave her enough time to heal
Radiant's
herself
top
up and go
tower is
back
under
into the
attack.
fight. While that was going on, Juggernaut has climbed further away from the other heroes, because OD was going to gank, Juggernaut was farming. So he's doing the right thing at the moment, because he can't help his team. If he can keep building his net worth, he can become strong enough to combat the enemy team. Disruptor really needs to get himself that level 6. Hopefully his team will give him a bit of space, he could go somewhere, he could help Invoker get these Ancients. That might give him enough XP to hit 6. Unfortunately he's waddling away. Oh, but he will get a creep wave or two here. But he does have to share it with both Omni Knight and And Juggernaut. Juggernaut is pretty hot on finding out where this farm is. He's porting all over the map when he sees some free farm. He's doing better than I've seen a lot of people do it. He's definitely farming better than I could. I wouldn't be paying any attention to where these creep waves are. And again, he's pretty safe. The only difference here is he doesn't have his teleport, so he can't Blade Fury out and teleport. But it wouldn't surprise me if he runs to the side shop and grabs the teleport. Because if he continues this way, he's actually running into 4 of the enemy, including PA and Enchantress. Omni Knight has to be pretty careful here. He unfortunately healed himself too early. Juggernaut is Omni Slash in amongst the creep wave. That was and he's Blade Fury. Juggernaut is probably going to die here. If PA can get a dagger off so they can get vision on Juggernaut. If he does kill PA's creep, Juggernaut will die though. That was really unnecessary by Juggernaut. He should have got out. He Omni Slashed, I think it was a level 1 Omni Slash. Let's just check that. Oh, so level 2 Omni Slash in the middle of a creep wave on a PA. That was never going to result in a kill. There is a bit of action going in mid, but Invoker does have Ghost Walk, and as I mentioned before, no one on the enemy team was ready with detection because they weren't aware if he had leveled Wex or not. Darkseer has his mechanism completed, so I dare say he's probably going to go for Mana Boots next, and then his Blink. Yes, that's what. So he'll either upgrade to Guardian Greaves or get Blink.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or none of that and make me look like a complete fool. A few ports in here. They are going to defend their tier 2. Juggernaut hasn't come out with a port though. When he does push a bit further, he's going to have to purchase one. Enchantress could just turret Juggernaut here and do a lot of damage. She's made the right decision and ported out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the Aegis is reclaimed on OD, so they didn't get to spend it, but it did mean that they got the Roche kill and they had the safety of having Aegis while it was there. OD has another Invis Room bottled.
I was meant to have this.
So right now they're moving as 4. Essentially they're just keeping Juggernaut alive. Juggernaut has purchased himself another port, so he can port out in 20 seconds if he needs, if he does start a fight. And how's Invoker going? He's got his Midas up, so he's got to go find a creep wave to zap that onto. And he looks like he's going towards an Aghanims. Yeah, he's got the point booster and the Staff of Wizardry. So he'll be able to invoke spells pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I believe that was a smoke coupled with an Invis rune and it just disappeared Disruptor. He has got his level 7 now, so he does have his ult up. Team fights could be interesting here. But Darkseer vacuum into a wall, into a Disruptor ult could be really good. OD can get the Imprison on Darkseer. He doesn't get the Imprison on anyone. They do get the swap onto Omni Knight, so he will fall here. But again, losing your Omni Knight, your support, it's not great, but it's better than losing someone else on your side. They did lose Juggernaut somewhere. I missed that. I missed that completely. Looks like he fell before the Omni Knight while I was busy watching them initiate onto the Darkseer. Enchantress has the Dragon Lance, so she's going to be able to sit a long way back and just nuke heroes down with her right clicks. I imagine she'll be going for Aghanims next. I have seen a few Enchantresses lately go Mechanism. I don't think she will... Well, I can't speak for what this Enchantress will do, but I assume she'll go Aghanims. As they haven't got a mech on their team. Whether they decide they need one or not is a different story. Vengeful Spirit's got the Aether Lens up. Still, it's only level 1 swap, but it's quite a long range. Well, it increases the range of the Aether Lens. It's good for swapping heroes in or out. The defensive capabilities of swap are incredible. It can essentially just save one of your cores.
Radiant's top tower
They
is under
should
attack.
push down top tower here unless they get a response. No one's there is a port coming in now. They've used drums, 2 ports, and there's a... Oh, unfortunately, it's probably a dead Juggernaut. OD didn't even need to use his ult. This Radiant side seemed to be much quicker at responding to anything. There was I can use an example when they were diving Darkseer under the tier 1. No one poured it in. A Disruptor poured it in after Darkseer died. Here they were pushing a tower. The team slowly walked around, utilised the Centaur ult while a couple of people poured it in. It was there seemed to be much better play coming out of the Radiant side than the Dire. They catch Darkseer. Oh, he's vacuumed them into the Disruptor ult, which is very good. Oh, the Disruptor drops his ult. Destroys 2 heroes. Should catch the Disruptor. Oh no, OD has a Blink Dagger. And was easily able to catch Disruptor. PA's got a Diffusal, which is a perfect purchase when you're versing an Omni Knight. Which is I missed that purchase, but it's a really good move. Invoker checks Roche just as they go in to start doing it. Does hit OD, but doesn't come anywhere near killing him. I don't even think they're going to bother coming and contest this, because it's going to die very quickly. What do we got here in Juggernaut? Juggernaut's got his Yasha. I assume that'll be going into a Manta. Both PA and OD have now passed Juggernaut in net worth. It's amazing what a couple of kills can do, along with a few Roshans. And again, it just seems to be more coordination. OD's not afraid, he's got a bottle, he's got an arcane rune, and he'll be able to heal himself up a little bit. Has used all his drum charges, can buy more. Looks like he's either pretty close to Shiva's or Sheepstick, or actually could be an Octarine Core. I don't think it will be though. Sheepstick seems to be the go-to item on OD these days.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And they may choose to go high ground here as they've got the Hank. Invoker and Juggernaut are going to try and stop them. Centaur's gone pretty deep here. OD doesn't have his ult up. He's caught in the Disruptor ult. Maybe they can pop the Aegis here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think Juggernaut should have used that Blade Fury offensively. He did have the mana for Omni Slash. Probably could have killed OD. There's a glimpse back here, and that'll be a dead PA. PA went far too deep. Juggernaut he's got his Omni Slash, and he's gonna kill 2. He killed the Vengeful Spirit. Will he be able to catch Enchantress? The Cold Snap's on Enchantress. Sunstrike, and they managed to dodge it. Invoker might be able to get a Tornado out and catch some people as they retreat. OD's waiting. He wants to catch him. He's got a Sheepstick. He can destroy someone. If he catches this Disruptor, he's going to 3 to 4 shot him. He can blink out, or even the Invoker will kill very quickly. Here we go, they've moved in on the OD. OD's 2, 3. Only 3 auto attacks on the... He should be able to kill almost all of the people here. He's sheeped Invoker. Invoker's not be able to get any more spells out. The Courier does fly straight past. And they've turned, they've killed the Aegis. They got out. If they kill OD here, this would be huge. It could be a pretty... Oh, and he's blinked out. The Manta Style has been purchased on Omni. And here it looks like Juggernaut could be going for a Heaven's Halberd, an Aghanims, an SNY. I don't want to assume though. So essentially I was just listing off all the items that could use an Ogre Club. Could be a BKB. Darkseer is not far off his Blink. Getting Blink Vacuum into Disruptor ult with any of the spells Invoker can throw down in the middle of that, could turn this game, turn the fights. It's not over yet. The kill score does seem quite harsh, but they do have the tools to mount a pretty solid defense. Also, I believe that if the Radiant team decided to just attack the towers and the base here, they would have done quite well, but they did dive back past the tier 4s, which seems to be a pretty common mistake. Not valuing objectives over hero kills.
Purified.
I've got a smoke up here on the OD and Centaur. Might be able to catch our Juggernaut here if they... They've got a blink on both. Juggernaut is porting out. Good play by Juggernaut. Good heads up. He saw it coming and got out before he was able to get banished or stunned. Darkseer can purchase his blink if he wants. He should.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How Invoker has his Ags. I may have missed... Oh, he's definitely had that for a while because he's got a fair bit of change saved up. Be interesting to see what he goes next. Might be a Yule's, Octarine Core. Again, I shouldn't assume. People do like to go their own builds rather than the standard builds. If they can catch PA out here, it'll be pretty big. Glimpse back, so Invoker misses Tornado, but there's a Disruptor ult, and PA's dead. That's a good gank there. They do lose a tier 1 for that, but that was going to bound to fall anyway. If they can get a tier 2 out of this, it could be quite worth it. And do they have ports? They do almost all have ports to be able to go back and defend. And if someone does port into defender, they can always be glimpsed back to the top. They do actually push considerably faster as well with the Juggernaut as the PA's dead. And a lot of OD's damage comes from his Arcane Orb, which he obviously can't use on the tower. He does have a lot of intellect, so his right click is still pretty high. Reporting in, will Disrupt to be able to glimpse any of them back.
Structures are fortified.
Juggernaut's going to fall here. Good Omni Knight ult. Oh, unfortunately, Omni Knight ult doesn't stop you from the OD. OD just deleted Omni and Juggernaut. He must have stolen quite a bit of intellect on his right clicking. And just went bang. Actually only had 10. But the intellect difference between Omni Knight and Juggernaut was huge and just destroyed them. They did take the tier 3 down to about half health, just over a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower has
I
fallen.
still think this game could go either way. If the Dice team decide to play this a little better, they stick together, they use their spells together, they should be able to kill almost anyone or all of them from the Radiant side. Because I don't think any of them have even considered going a BKB yet. Just checking. No BKB on Enchantress, PA. PA is just a recipe away from the BKB though. Otherwise, the Darkseer Wall, Vacuum, Disruptor Ult combo, I still think can be very deadly, especially if they try to push high ground. So Omni Knight is going Ags. I was trying to figure out what he's going before. He is going an Aghanims, which means you get the global ult off, which isn't going to be that great when PA can just get rid of it. But essentially the Omni Knight global ult can also be used as an extra glyph for the buildings. You can be anywhere on the map and you can fortify your buildings with your Omni Knight spell. Roche is not too long away from spawning. They do have their young Kasi there to scout that out as soon as he does. In terms of vision, the Radiant actually have very little around the map. It's the Dire who have got most of the vision. There's one offensive ward here, which actually will see most of their movement in and around their jungle. Got the Aghanims now on Enchantress. So she is going to do a buttload of damage.
Illusion.
Sendar's also got a 4-staff now. I'm unsure when he picked that up, but that means he can force Blink into fights with his ult. He should be able to get close some distances very quickly, get the initiation off, give OD some time to get up there, give Enchantress some time to get in position to just start machine gunning people down with their ult. Juggernaut's he's bought himself a Blink dagger. He's got quite a bit of money saved up. Whether he holds off for buyback as they may be pushing into their base relatively soon.
Middle tower is
Whether he
under
goes
attack.
for a counter push of his own. They do have pretty anti-mage. Oh, what a vacuumed as Centaur went to stomp and probably saved Darkseer's life. That was good timing. Or luck. I'll attribute that to a good play by Darkseer. Saw it coming. Give him a bit of credit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Omni Knight manages to get out. So no one loses any lives anywhere. The Dire continue to try and farm themselves back into this game. Juggernaut has passed PA in net worth. So it's just neck and neck with OD now. He's quite close to OD. PA and Omni. Oh, sorry, PA and Invoker reasonably close. Unfortunately, see you later, Juggernaut. I don't think the ult was necessary from OD, but they did kill the highest farmed hero in the game. So I guess committing anything to that is worth it. I say it wasn't necessary because I believe he was only one right click away from killing him anyway. And the sheep had about another second to a second and a half left. Easily 3.5 second duration on the Hex stick. Darkseer's got himself his Glimmer Cape, his Blink. You actually don't see Glimmer Cape picked up much at all anymore. But as the Radiant aren't picking up detection at all, it's okay. This will be the third row, so this will be the cheese. So I assume there'll be a port dropped. So someone will get the cheese, someone will get the Aegis. I think they can go high ground now. They should be able to. Still no BKB. Oh, there is the BKB on PA. So as long as they can get the BKB off before any CC happens on PA, I think they're going to be alright. They don't have the OD ult, but they could wait for the OD ult. They've got 5 minutes on the Aegis. And only a minute and a half, minute 10 seconds on the OD ult. The OD ult will delete most people from the Dire side. Especially if he gets a few stacks of intellect from his auto attack. Has a good offensive swap, a good vacuum wall there, catches out 3, but PA's BKB'd. And killed Omni Knight. Will he continue? PA should be able to kill Darkseer here. Has Blink up if they need. Darkseer is dead. Invoker hopefully can just start launching out some spells to keep his base safe. Juggernaut is cut the wave here in mid, so they don't have any creeps, so they can't push against creep backdoor protection. It's a very good heads up play there by Juggernaut. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's actually saved his team a Rax. That Rax was gone. There was no question that Rax was about to fall. Good play. Well done. That's all I can say.
I was meant to have this.
PA still got a car following around. Invoker's got himself a BKB now and actually just misses out on catching OD. OD's ult was up in 5 seconds though, so I wouldn't go too offensive if I were you. If in a team fight, Invoker can get that alacrity onto Juggernaut, and Juggernaut is able to survive, get an Omni Slash off, he's got a Basher now as well, they should be able to do some work. I keep saying that though, I keep propping up the possibility of the team fight going very well. But the Radiant just keep doing the right things. They keep catching the right heroes, they keep pushing in the right places, waiting for Roshans. They are not taking any chances. Omni's still a long way away from that Aghanims. I think getting, perhaps even the first item I mentioned, which isn't necessarily a common pickup on Omni Knight, but working his way towards a Heaven's Halberd, disarming someone on their team, on the enemy team. PA does help. Oh, they're pushing in mid here, and they've gone to the tower because there's no Juggernaut to help them stop. And Invoker's not there. Invoker is there to launch his spells. Here we go. They've used their big AoE abilities. There's no Darkseer because he died, so he wasn't able to get the vacuum off. He wasn't able to get the wall off before he died either. He doesn't have buyback. Omni Knight goes down. He did ult at some point. OD takes out Disruptor as well, just for fun. Juggernaut could be counteraxing here though. But that's no matter, it's going to be not even a Rax. Because Juggernaut doesn't have an Ankh, they're going to lose Juggernaut here. He does get the healing ward down, they do kill it almost instantly. And that's a dead Juggernaut, they are going to lose 2 lanes of Rax. OD does fall, his Aegis does pop. They do lose 2 lanes of Rax here. They do have Omni Knight and Disruptor coming up shortly, so they need to be very careful because Disruptor can glimpse them back into an Invoker. Invoker should be able to cast some spells. Get him killed, invoke some strong spells, get some cold snaps out, stop him from running away. Should be able to kill PA here. PA doesn't have, it's got 4 seconds on BKB, pops the cheese, might be able to BKB here and just kill everyone. They do choose the BKB, and they are. The PA has turned, lifesteal's healing them up. 1 dead, 2 dead. This is just pure man mode. Oh, and Juggernaut clean. Juggernaut should get a lot of gold here if he does manage to kill PA. The glimpse back into the wall. The PA illusion kills PA. And they might be able to take out OD here as well. This could be big. This could be a lot of income coming their way. OD does 1,200 gold to the Invoker. Invoker can now buy well, start getting his next item. There were a few buyback. I heard at least one buyback expelled. I missed it though. Let's have a look here what we got. Sort of buyback on the Invoker. A huge look at the XP. Look at the gold swing. This is incredible. Unfortunately, they did lose 2 lanes of racks. Juggernaut did manage to catch a melee racks down bot. So the bot lane won't be pushing in too hard as it's just a range racks different. And now they need to focus. So they'll need to focus on defending mid, occasionally defending bot lane, and worrying about the enemy team. Only big purchases made there. So Darkseer's got his Greaves. Invoker hasn't decided on his next item. Omni Knight didn't get anything out of that at all.
Illusion.
Disruptor got has bought a gem. I can only assume for de-warding because no one on the enemy team has got invisibility at all. Unless he picked up the gem. I can tell you. Got wards coming out on the courier.
What surge is this?
Enchantress is getting an AC. So again, she's going to be able to sit back and just pummel the enemy team. It's going to help a little bit with the Juggernaut's damage. It's going to help the PA a lot as well. It's a good team-based choice and it also helps her a lot. Invoker looks to be going the Sheepstick. Yeah, he's got the Mystic Staff and the Ultimate Orb, so he should be able to get some hexes off. He was 300, 400 gold away from that. Doesn't need to worry about buyback because his buyback is on cooldown. So we had also had a Juggernaut buyback there I missed. I guess that makes sense. He did die pushing the bot lane. Doesn't have the gold anyway. There is a buyback on almost everyone from the Radiant side.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Darkseer dies and buys back almost instantly. Does have the blink vacuum wall. They are going to have to go now. Otherwise, they're just going to lose their mega creeps. They have to initiate. They're just letting the Enchantress sit back and fight. They would be smart here for the Radiant to just get the mega, or they could just kill everyone. OD's ult destroys them again, yet again. He just blows them up. It's not even a question of what was going to happen there, and that will be game, folks. That is a... I kept giving the Dire team hope. I kept giving them hope. I said they had the combo to do it, and unfortunately they just never executed it properly. And I don't think it was to their bad play. I think this was entirely to the Radiant's credit. They played very well. This Vengeful Spirit caught out and swapped the people at the right times. Vengeful Spirit caught Darkseer in the last 2 pushes with a swap twice, and managed to get out without dying. Catching Darkseer with a swap and a stun means you don't have the vacuum into wall, into disruptor roll, into invoker damage. It's a top play by Vengeful Spirit and by the rest of the team to capitalize on Vengeful Spirit swaps. Well, that's it, guys. That was a reasonably lengthy game. Well, a 40-minute game. You should see some pretty quick games now. The score looks like it was a stomp, but as I said, I always gave the Dire a little bit of hope. It's a pretty solid GPM coming out of the OD there. The XP per minute is a bit evil. But that's your final score screen for the game, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any games you feel you'd like me to cast, please message me the match ID. I'd like to cast games from anything above 5k MMR or anything below 2k, just for something interesting. And preferably pub games without any pro players in them. It's just something, a different aspect of Dota. You can see some different things, different hero picks in those type of games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.